107.6 kHz. You're tuned to the Rajdhani channel of All India Radio Delhi. This is Delhi. The time now is just past 5:50 p.m. Please stand by for our next broadcast.
This is All India Radio. You will now hear comments from the press. The Financial Express, in its editorial titled Green Wall of Hope, writes, India needs a forest wall against the march of desertification. With a plan to create 1,400 kilometer long and 5 kilometer wide green belt from Gujarat to Delhi-Haryana border, India is committing to concrete steps to combat desertification and land degradation. The plan, as per a Times of India report, was to be unveiled at the UN Convention to Combat Desertification Conference that India hosted last month, but with final clearance pending, it wasn't announced. The Green Wall of India, modelled after the Great Green Wall proposed by Africa, could not only help nurse degraded land and vegetation in the Aravalis that run through Gujarat, Rajasthan, Haryana and Delhi, but also help combat the eastward march of the Thar Desert. Nearly 97 million hectares, or over 29% of the country's land, is degraded. Of this, 82.64 million hectares is undergoing desertification. While desertification across the globe has occurred throughout history, its pace has accelerated 30 to 35 times the historical rate in recent decades. India too is seeing more rapid degradation and desertification. The increase was 1.87 million hectares and 1.16 million respectively between just 2003, 2005 and 2011-2013. Such desertification or degradation exacts heavy economic costs. A TERI estimate pegs this at $48.8 billion or almost 13% of the gross value added from agriculture and forestry in 2014-15. Against such a backdrop, the government eyeing the restoration of nearly 26 million hectares of degraded land by 2030 is a worthy but Herculean quest. ISRO's India Desertification and Degradation Atlas shows that Gujarat, Delhi and Rajasthan are among the states that face the biggest risks of desertification, with more than 50% of their land already degraded. Efforts to contain desertification in Rajasthan, led by the Central Arid Zone Research Institute in Jodhpur, show how restoring vegetation and forest could hold the key, using brushwood and tree to create shelter belts against wind erosion. Central Arid Zone Research Institute has helped slow the march of degradation, desertification significantly. In Jaisalmer, as per a 2016 Central Arid Zone Research Institute report, shelter belts have helped check wind velocity in their leeward side and have helped curb soil loss by 76%. This has helped soil moisture rise by 14% and has meant a sharp increase in crop yields in the Indira Gandhi Nahar project area. Such plantations have brought down the number of dust storms from 17 to 5 a year. The government should make the Aravalis the focal point of the project, given how state governments have not just neglected the Aravali vegetation but also, using loopholes in policy and laws, actively contributed to its degradation. The Financial Express, in its editorial titled Idle Immersion, says Delhi has stirred a new leaf. The city made sure that the Durga Puja celebrations' idle immersions are a key ritual would not contribute to the pollution of the Yamuna. The city police patrolled the Yamuna area, keeping a check on all activity across the river bank and diverting people to immersion pits created across the city. Delhi's success shows that with effective implementation and coordinated action, the state can curb the menace of environmental pollution. This can certainly serve as a template for other Indian cities. That said, Delhi needs to sustain this success year after year to make a meaningful impact and follow it up with a less polluting Diwali. The Indian Express, in its editorial titled How Things Work, says Nobels in medicine and physics have gone to researchers who have discovered basic secrets of the universe. The first Nobel Prizes announced this year honor fundamental discoveries of the processes which run the universe and living things in it. Both also look ahead to a better and more interesting future. William G. Kaelin Jr., Sir Peter J. Ratcliffe and Greg L. Semenza have won the prize for physiology or medicine for discovering the pathways by which cells adapt to oxygen availability. Of considerable medical use, it is perhaps the most significant steps towards understanding cellular respiration since 1937, when Hans Adolf Krebs and William Arthur Johnson discovered the cycle mediated by adenosine triphosphate which powers life. Half of the prize in physics went to James Pebbles, whose theoretical framework describing the universe from the Big Bang Bang to the present underpins all the physical cosmology. Most evocative, both for the layperson and the scientist, is the conclusion that we can sense only 5% of the universe. The rest is dark matter and dark energy whose presence can only be inferred by the influence on phenomena. The other half of the physics